Coach. Thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Miami Dolphins. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Holmes. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Wentz. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. Go. Hey, Ford, Tokyo. Watch Mike.
Now Wentz. And this is caught. It's Parker. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43.
Hey, Orbit.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Here we go. 20! 56. I got you, son. I got you, son.
On first down, Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. If they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down.
I'm letting you know right now.
Now Wentz. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They'll run on first down. It's Holmes, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
At the 11-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. What's done? 56, Mike 56. Lefty.
On third down, Holmes. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I don't know if there's any other way to put it, but that play was blown up right from the snap. How about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? It's almost like they were in the offensive huddle.
Yeah, it's one thing to stand him up from that 1-yard line. Pushing him back to the 5, though. Wow.
Yeah, I like what you just said there. Not just stand them up, but they end up making a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
5-9. Hey, Steve 6. You got tight right there.
They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll try and run for it. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Here we go. Set. AT Gator. Check 13. Check 13.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Here comes the Bears punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches. There's just within the palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been in an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Trey 15. Trey 15.
Throwing now is Wentz. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Go. 120. 82. 82.
Wentz now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Wins to throw again. And he slings one that's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Wentz to throw. And he comes back with one complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Waiting. Man, that's track. That's track. Staying open. Hey, by 52. By 57. Here we go, D.
Throwing his Wentz. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly, read the football, and went and made the interception.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
At the 20-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D.
He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. Come on. Jim. Rock it. Slam. Five.
Off play action. May. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Breaks a tackle. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Wentz going to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Holmes. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 23.
Go now. 60 outlaw. Check it back, check it back. 22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. I got one. Hey, Zoo. Get it.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Check one. Look at me, zipper. Joker. Gone.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
No. Off. 53.
On 1st and 10, May. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And that one results in 35 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Watch the twist.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
50 seconds to Bravo. 50 seconds to Mike. Guys, game situation. Let's go. Showing up. Showing up. Topper. Kill. Turn up. Shit.
2nd and 3. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 3 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 2nd down, it's Holmes, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Wentz now on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Tight dog. Sunday. Alert 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And it's a fumble. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first is Wentz. That's going to be caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
54. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Go.
Good design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Alpha. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Watch the pass. Ready.
The final shot before break. May. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Let's go, baby.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
I'm coming after you. Good. Leo. Five.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Freeman again. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Down. 50. Plant. Mike, number 53. Yeah. Watch QB drop. Watch out. Hey, Sam off. Lucky. Hey, Echo. You did it.
Off the play fake. May. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
First down, Bears.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf. I got him.
To throw on 2nd down. May. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Off-play action. May. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta.
To throw again. May. Flush to his right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Check three. Hey, lock it. Hey, watch it. Let's go.
Back to throw. May. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gehring. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. They begin with Michel on the ground. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Man 5-7. Hey, watch the slant. Kill.
They fake the give. Now wins. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
15 line. Set the time, defense. Let's go. Alert flare. Be down.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Fletcher Cox in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey, Charlie. Ready?
2nd and long. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
53's mine. Check, 53. Roll out.
From the gun, May. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
This is taken at the 3. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Well, someone wasn't very happy about that game being tied up. They came right back at him with a big-time return. They want to get back out in front as fast as possible.
Around the NFL, they've gone to the 3rd in Cleveland. The Jets have scored again. They're really opening it up now. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. Holmes. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go. Switch it. Pilot, 64, weak. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
Rock it. Hey, Haywood, get it.
Looking to throw. May. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Fielded just inside the 20. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
At the 45-yard line.
Here we go, pack. Waiting! Check 56. I got it.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Wentz. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Check this.
On play action, it's Wentz. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he is all the way up past the 25. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Off the play fake. May. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Back to throw. May. Going right side here, and that's complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Bears first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. They run. Devontae Freeman. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Brought down by Nate Gehry.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. May. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Off the play fake. May. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. 6-5-7. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, that's
Wentz. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Blue 80! Sunday! Check me out!
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over.
Out, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, May. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Screen.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll run with Freeman. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts.
Leo, get it.
From the gun on 3rd down, May. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
That's good for Dolphins. First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. He's coming. Double up. Double up. Hey, Sam off.
Throwing again. May. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 2 straight incompletions. Now the pressure's really on. Last thing you want here to start overtime, a 3-and-out.
And I know that a few years ago when they changed the rules about overtime, it may have changed a little bit about how you go about things. But bottom line is, when you have the football, you never want to give it up. You want to make sure you get points on the board at a minimum and put pressure on the other team. This is a huge 3rd down call coming up.
On 3rd down, May. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And the Bears 1st down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
General West.
Operating from the gun. May. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
2nd and 2. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Set. 30 base. I got you. I got you. Dude, hey, lock it. Jay, Orban.
On the draw, this will be Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. May. He's got Smith here. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Lead grip.
Back to throw. May. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A lot of efficiency here on this drive. Heck, this may be their best drive of the game.
Yeah, if they'd moved it like this throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the key word, efficiency. Taking care of the ball, move it downfield, get themselves in a position to score.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it.